So when was the last time I actually watched a movie? It's been a while, that's for sure. And I'm not saying this as an obvious over-exaggeration, as many probably believe this is. I'm actually dead serious. I'm so serious, in fact, that I'm actually concerned about it. The thing is, I still see movies, but I never actually watch them nowadays. I've been watching movies since I was born, basically. I'm sure when I was in that cradle in the hospital, I was probably watching Titanic or something and just crying my eyes out. Anyway, you get the point. I've been watching movies, TV shows, literally anything visual for a long time. And just like you, there are several reasons why I watch such an unhealthy amount of TV. From the urge to escape this wretched world with Rick and Morty to the unhinged thrill of action movies, movies and TV shows have played a key role in my life and have influenced so much of my personality without me even realizing it. However, that is exactly why this concerns me. Since I rebooted this channel back in September 2023, I've been on a very extended movie binge, understandably so. My point is, I still watch movies, but in a different way, and it's caused a shift in me, mentally. I uploaded a video 2 weeks ago about Rebel Moon, and the video did reasonably well. However, while watching the movie to make that video, it felt like an examination. For the first time in literally forever, watching the movie felt like I was studying for an exam. My senses were heightened to a degree I'd never experienced before. I was only paying attention to what I felt I need to pay attention to, mostly the movie's flaws. I read too deep into things I normally wouldn't. And what did this all result into? Well, it resulted in a severe dampening of my enjoyment of the movie. At the end of the movie, I'd gotten all the information I needed to make the video, but nothing more. I wasn't left with any visible emotion of sadness or anger or even indifference. All I was left with was anxiety. Like that feeling you get after you just study for an exam or prepared for an assignment. Anyway, this is a major concern for me, and I'm sure it is too for many of your favorite movie reviewers. I am 100% sure that there are countless scenarios where they watch a film or a TV series and they are not able to get a single string of emotion out of the movie. In fact, I'm willing to bet that some of them actively skip through movies. Yes, I'm not even joking. Some of them will actively skip through scenes in a movie to just pick out the information they need. Some of them probably already have the whole movie explained to them through some recap on the internet. Movie reviewers, and dare I say even critics, don't really watch movies. And by watch, I mean watch with an unbiased mind and really pay attention to what's happening. And I'm going to give you a few reasons why this happens, tell you why it's a problem and how we can fix it. The first reason why movie reviewers don't actually watch movies is because most of them already had preconceived notions about the movie in the first place. It's so easy these days to be just bombarded with the opinions of others on the internet. And if an opinion lights a branch, you can be sure as hell it's burning the whole forest down. Due to just way too many social media platforms than we even know what to do with, information travels the globe within mere seconds. And that's not the disturbing part, that's been happening for ages. What is disturbing is that the hot take of some random guy can influence the opinions of millions of people within mere seconds. And that is why we have so many cases of herd mentality on the internet these days. And it seems like no one's thinking for themselves anymore. Anything from music to books to football is affected by this. And you guessed it, movies too. Anyway, I guess you know where this is going. As an influencer, movie reviewer, or basically even just a human being, you are naturally inclined to agree with the opinions of the vast majority. And if the vast majority claims the movie is trash, automatically there is no way it isn't trash. This is a huge problem because by default, it introduces a monumental bias at a psychological level. If you watch a movie with a preconceived notion that is trash, guess what? Your brain is actively going to start looking for trashy content within the movie. You start noticing so many things that ordinarily wouldn't bother you. That's when you start seeing movie reviews talking about how one pot just sitting in the background wasn't meant to be there and it was, quote, hindering my enjoyment. And the thing is, by their very nature, preconceived notions prevent us from seeing things as they are. So if you can't see a movie as it is, what can you see? Well, you end up having an opinion about it that is far from the truth. However, the funny thing is, a lot of movie reviewers and critics know this. They know they are forming false opinions based on the opinions of others. They really just don't care. I mean, why go against what everyone is already saying? That would just be absurd and uncertain. In contrast, if you go with the flow, it's just easier and, let's be honest, more profitable. The truth is, the more this goes on, the less people will actually watch movies, and the more we'll see these armies of people on the internet just ranting about the same thing. The second reason movie reviewers never really watch movies is the very nature of their jobs, reviewing movies, or in the more refined term, critiquing movies. The whole concept of critiquing art just naturally hinders enjoyment of said art, which I will get to in a moment. But for now, what I'm saying is that it's rather difficult to enjoy a piece of art when you are already going into it with a mindset of criticism, especially when said art is a movie or TV show. You are now on guard, your senses are heightened. It's almost as though you're studying for an exam, just like the analogy I gave earlier. And this actually kind of goes against the entire subject matter of creating art. I mean, think about the times you've drawn something or written a song or a story. How did you feel in that moment? If you felt liberated, it's because that's what art does. It gives you a sense of freedom in knowing that what you've created is true to you and not to anyone else. So if someone judges it, you really don't care. So criticizing art, or in this case a movie, is like going against what art was meant to do. Anyway, I am aware that movies are an entirely different ballgame, especially Hollywood movies, with budgets reaching hundreds of millions of dollars. It isn't your typical artwork anymore. That said, these movies are still crafted with a creative vision, purpose, and in the case of a good movie, a message for the audience. So they are still valid in this argument. Now, obviously, criticizing art can be a good thing. I mean, if there were no standards in place, we'd be having mediocre content just causing more harm than global warming. But there is a fine line between critiquing a movie and actually enjoying said movie. And if you're not careful enough, one will overpower the other. I guess that automatically begs the question, can someone strike the balance between critiquing and enjoying art? To be honest, I don't think so, but that's not even the problem. The real problem is that with movie reviewers and critics nowadays, there is no such thing as a balance. They don't even think about it. As some of us probably know, the internet favors extremism. If there's a popular opinion trending, take it up 100 notches and you are sure to go viral. How can there be nuanced criticism this way? Like, it's not even possible. We live in a world where metrics and numbers are absolute. And if those numbers aren't going up, you are not saying something right. If those views aren't in the green, you haven't quite roasted enough yet. And knowing this, before even watching any movie, you are going in with a completely twisted psychology, which can dampen enjoyment. And potentially even cause you stress. Especially when you know that rent that month depends on whether or not you are able to say the right things on the movie. Things can escalate quite quickly, and that's why some people don't even bother watching the movie. They just curate what's buzzing online and add their own spin to it. It even saves time for them. And all media folks are guilty of this, yes, including this channel. And it's something I've actively tried to work on, but it's still hard nonetheless. The third reason movie reviewers and critics never really watch movies is that there's never enough time to watch movies. Oh, this is a funny one. Okay, here's a hot take. I'm willing to bet that most movie reviewers or TV show reviewers or whatever don't watch what they want to watch. Shocker, I know, right? You'd think that a movie reviewer's job is quite easy and fun. I mean, what they have to do, right? Just watch a movie and give their opinion on it. That is arenas, literally stadiums away from what actually goes down. Now let me tell you what really happens. As I was writing the script for this video, there was only one thing on my mind. It's not a movie review video. I finally get to watch what I want this week. For the past 4 weeks or so, I have only watched 2 movies and 1 season of an anime. In 4 weeks! That is just unreal for me. Before I started my YouTube channel, I would watch nothing less than 2 movies a week and anime. Now, that's all gone. I was telling my brother the other day how much I never get to watch anything nowadays. And I know some of y'all will be like, well, that's your choice, you're the one who doesn't want to watch more movies. Yeah, not true. I am a YouTuber, and that automatically means that I take on the duties of a YouTuber, which include but are not limited to planning content, ideation, scripting, thumbnail designing, editing the script, editing the video. You get the idea, it's a lot. And on top of that, I still have my normal life to take care of. It's funny how I said normal like my life was abnormal prior. Anyway, with all these responsibilities, it's almost impossible to watch the things I really want to watch when I feel like it. Now I want to get this straight, I absolutely love being a YouTuber, and it's given me a sense of fulfillment quite like nothing else. And I do enjoy watching the movies I review, however I don't want to watch them sometimes. I have to. And that's where the YouTube algorithm comes in. Oh, the mighty YouTube algorithm. The one true friend and enemy of every creator on the platform. It rewards us when we upload something it likes, and does the opposite when we post something it doesn't. I cannot count the number of times I've wanted to review something on this channel, and I couldn't. I just couldn't because I knew it wouldn't perform. Vice versa, sometimes I wasn't even interested in a movie. I've just had to review it because that's what the algorithm wants. I guess this is where the job part of being a YouTuber really comes into full play. And once again, it's not like I'm ranting, it is what it is, but it's something I face, and I'm sure many movie reviewers face this as well. Heck, think about the ones who even have teams to manage, animation edits, etc. How will their schedules be? Now, this is a great segue into something called the Overjustification Effect. And this is something not only movie reviewers but all content creators will inevitably face. And it's essentially when the external reward of doing something overcomes and eventually dampens the intrinsic reward of just getting to do the damn thing in the first place. Well, what does this have to do with anything? For starters, as a movie reviewer who's in the online space, there are loads of external rewards just lined up for you, if you somehow manage to get the attention of people and build a dedicated audience. This will almost invariably decrease the enjoyment of doing the thing itself. All of a sudden, it's all about the views and the likes, and the opinion really doesn't matter that much anymore. Many times, you don't even need like high-level gratification. All you need is like 1,000 likes and you're like, oh my god, I need to do more about this. And with that, your journey of a tainted opinion of anything you watch begins. Ultimately, creators end up losing that zeal they had in the beginning to make their true opinions heard, and they soon find themselves chasing those metrics to oblivion. And this is also one of the reasons why so many creators burn out, but that's a topic for another day. Anyway, these are some of the reasons why movie reviewers never actually watch movies, and the problems they face. Is there a solution? I don't know, I really hope there is. You tell me, let me know in the comments. But what I will say is that everyone in general, even if you are a movie reviewer or not, should try and go into movies without preconceived notions, cause those can really hinder enjoyment of said movies, and it's causing a trend that I don't think we'll be happy with in the long run. Now, has there been a general deterioration in the quality of movies? Yes, most definitely there has. And we do need critics to set the record straight so studios can stop feeding us bullshit. And for any movie reviewers watching this, you should also try not to make the metrics your end goal, because it really is the enemy of authenticity. Anyway, just wanted to make this video this week because I was kind of bored. Hope you liked it, and if you did, give it a thumbs up so the algorithm doesn't fuck me over. Don't forget to subscribe as you'll be helping me and this channel a whole lot. I do movie reviews and TV show reviews, so stick around if you like that kind of content. Thanks for watching. Bye.